So, I was inspired to do this video by Truth2350, and it was in a response to, or this video is in a response to a comment that he wrote on a video called The Homosexual Agenda, a Pedophile Agenda, posted by OffTheHook08. Basically he, or she, I'm assuming it's a he though, as most people on YouTube are, this person said basically that homosexuality condones the actions of pedophiles because, you know, people say that they can't help but to be that way, and that's the same thing that pedophiles say. And it's a lack of self-control that only leads downhill. And it talks about NAMBLA and how, you know, by my responding to this post, I don't understand that, you know, some people are trying to merge genders and ages, and that the trend is well defined on mankind's depravity and only leads downhill once simple changes are made to any form of self-control. Now people think it's okay to do whatever they want, which is like saying if it feels good, do it. Okay. So my basic thought when reading these comments was that underage girls historically have been exploited. Not only that, but arranged marriages used to be the norm, and slavery in general used to be the norm. So the people that made arguments in favor of slavery and in favor of arranged marriages basically used the same arguments that this guy is using, saying it's a downhill trajectory. Once you go down that path, letting people make choices for themselves, then they're just going to do whatever they want to do that feels good, and they're not going to give any concern for any type of decency. And I'll tell you something, it really makes me angry. It really makes me angry when people try to categorize all homosexuals and all people that have same-sex urges as being like pedophiles. Because in my mind, as a survivor of sexual abuse, pedophiles are the scum of the earth, simply put. And I really resent putting people that only have sexual relations and only desire to have sexual relations with consenting adults. I resent those people being put in the same category with people who would victimize children. I think that's disgusting that anyone would do that. And anyone that would do that, in my mind, is like a pedophile in that he or she is not cognizant of any kind of human decency at all. Because if you were cognizant of any kind of human decency at all, you would understand instinctively that same-sex relations between people of the same sex and relations between someone of any sex and someone of any sex that is a child and isn't old enough to give any kind of consent or understanding as to what the sex act means, you would understand that those were two entirely different things, and you would never think to compare those things, ever. So, comments like this really anger me so much, and this person, when I responded to their comment, was so condescending and so rude, and basically saying, well, I'm not going to respond to you. That's fine. You don't have to respond to me. I know you don't have any response to give, so that's fine. You don't have to respond. But the fact is that you're wrong. And my feeling is that if you weren't wrong, you would feel compelled to defend your point. The fact that you don't bother to offer any kind of defense, and you're just like, well, I'm not going to talk to you, just proves to me that you don't have any defense for what you said, and you know that what you said is wrong and bigoted, and you don't care. And that angers me all the more. I made the point when I responded to this person, and I have made this point in previous videos, that homophobia in general contributes to pedophilia, because children that are gay and that are victimized by homophobia from the time that they are young, taught that they are disgusting, that they are inferior, that sex is wrong, blah, blah, blah. Those people are the perfect victims for pedophiles, because they're going to keep quiet. They're going to feel ashamed, naturally, and they're going to think that if they speak out against the abuse, that automatically the blame is going to be cast on them. Ugh! I mean, that's all that I really have to say. Homophobia sucks. And people that equate homosexuals with pedophiles suck even more, because you're basically saying that you don't care. In my mind, you're saying that you don't care about pedophilia. The only thing that you care about is conformity. And, you know, in some aspects, conformity is wrong. I mean, it just is. Just deal with it. Our society is not perfect. Religions are not perfect. The traditions that have been passed down to us are not perfect. Just deal with that. So stop defending conformity and start defending what is right. And a defenseless child being pressured into sex that they don't understand the implications of is wrong. Period. Point blank. And I don't care what gender the participants are. It does not matter at all. It's wrong for an adult to take sexual advantage of a child. And it is also wrong to equate adults' consensual sex with that. And if you don't understand that, you're an idiot. And that is really all that I had to say in this video. Thank you for watching.